Welcome back to Crypode, real money wisdom for Gulf professionals. I want to ask you a question today, and I want you to sit with it honestly before you answer. What happens when you can no longer work? Not if, when, because that day comes for all of us. In the UK, in Australia, in Germany, there is a system waiting for you, a state pension, superannuation, government support that has been building in the background, whether you thought about it or not. In the Gulf, the honest answer is this: whatever you have saved is what you have. That is the retirement reality here, and most Gulf professionals are not ready for it. Let me be specific, because vague warnings do not help anyone. If you are an Omani national working in the private sector, the Social Protection Fund provides some coverage, but the benefit depends entirely on your years of contribution and your salary history. Many professionals have incomplete records. The actual payout is often far less than expected. If you are an expat, and millions are, the picture is starker. Your primary financial benefit at the end of employment is your end-of-service gratuity, typically calculated at 15 to 30 days' salary per year of service. For 20 years of work, that might come to 1 or 2 years of salary, enough to breathe for a while, not enough to retire on. There is no Gulf 401k, no employer-matched pension fund, no state pension for expats at all. The safety net that workers in other parts of the world take for granted simply does not exist here in the same form. Everything has to be built deliberately by you, starting now. Why do so many Gulf professionals arrive at retirement with almost nothing saved? It is not because they did not earn enough. Gulf salaries are often competitive. It is because the system does not force saving the way pensions do in other countries. In the UK, money is deducted before you see it. In the Gulf, it arrives in full, and it leaves in full too. Family obligations, loan repayments, school fees, the lifestyle this region makes it very easy to build. There is also a cultural assumption, particularly among nationals, that the family will provide in old age, and often family does step in. But placing that entire burden on the next generation, who will face their own pressures in a changing economy, is not fair to them or to you. So what does a realistic retirement plan look like for a Gulf professional? Step 1. Know your number. Before anything else, sit down and calculate what monthly income you would need in retirement to live comfortably. Multiply that by 12, then multiply by the number of years you realistically expect to live after you stop working. That is your target. Most people have never done this calculation. The number can feel big, but it is specific, and specific is manageable. Step 2. Treat savings as a non-negotiable expense, not what is left over at the end of the month, the first payment you make when your salary arrives. Even 10% invested consistently from your 30s produces remarkable results by your 60s. The amount matters less than the consistency. Consistency is everything. Step 3. Use halal investment vehicles. For Muslim professionals, our investments need to be Sharia compliant. Islamic investment accounts, halal ETFs, and sukuk bonds are available through Gulf financial institutions, Bank Nizwa, several UAE-based Islamic wealth managers, and international platforms. All offer structured options worth exploring. We cover these in detail in the halal investing episodes. Step 4. Consider property in your home country. For expats especially, owning property back home provides both a retirement asset and a place to live when Gulf employment ends. For Omani nationals, real estate in Oman can generate rental income in retirement, income that does not require you to show up to work every day. Step 5. Build income that does not require your presence. A website, a newsletter, a digital product, a rental unit, even one income stream that continues without you actively working each day changes the retirement equation significantly. You are building this slowly, but you are building it. Planning for retirement is not a lack of faith. It is your responsibility to yourself, to your spouse, and to your children, who should not be burdened by a parent who did not plan. The Quran says, "Let those fear who would leave behind weak offspring." That verse is about provision. It is about us. Wherever you are in your career, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, something is always better than nothing. The worst outcome is to arrive at retirement having spent decades working and having nothing to show for it. That outcome is entirely avoidable, but only with action. Starting today, this is Crypode. Thanks for listening. If this episode was useful, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and find the full article with tools and resources at crypode.com.